Hi, one forum news brings you the best. Please kindly subscribe to this channel. Your comments and all likes will be highly appreciated. Today we are going straight forward to DR Congo, yes, where everything and anything about war is taking place in that country. But today we are talking about how 25 soldiers have been sentenced to death in that country for fleeing the enemy. Yeah, that was the reason. They were sentenced for fleeing the enemy. What that means, when it comes to the military sector or the military system, you join the military to defend your country, to defend yourself, and to defend your colleagues. Now, these guys, 25 of them, they were taken to battlefield or battlefront for them to fight for the protection and the integrity, territorial integrity of their country. But sadly, maybe they realized that the enemy, they seems to be well equipped than them, so they fled away. Or they were just coward. Yeah, they were just coward. We are just saying that they were just cowards. So they fled away. Or realizing that they are not so equipped, because when you take a look at the country called Congo, they are facing a lot of difficulties, and even the recruitment that the soldiers have to use may not be all that, or they may not be all that equipped. So as a result of that, they fled away. But I know very well that the court martial look into all these circumstances, because primarily it was 31 defendants that were called before that court martial, but only 25 of them were sentenced to death. Yes, that is the sad aspect of it, because these are breadwinners and they are going to be killed as a result of running away from the battlefield. Yeah, practical. But when you look at the military system, once you do that, they are not in your head or they are not in your mind. So it could be that maybe you were bribed. That is why you fled away for your people to be killed. Because once you fly away, those that are supposed to be at the reserve, those that are supposed to be at the station, or those that are supposed to be at maybe the barracks at the battlefield, those people will be murdered. So once you do that, you'll be seen as a traitor. Yeah, so they were sentenced as traitors for fleeing the enemy. Even if you cannot fight, you have to be there until you die, which is the sad aspect of it, because you swore an oath to defend your country, to defend your people and your colleagues, and even yourself. Yes. Now they decided to take their own interest by flying away or by running away. And they did not run away alone, they ran away with their wife. In all, as I said already, 31 defendants and 27 were soldiers. So practically speaking, 2 soldiers were also not found guilty. It could be that maybe they gave valid reason for the court martial, and this court martial is like, you are presented before your superiors. You have to make your case. This is not about a civilian court or a judiciary that is sentencing you, but that's the judicial section of the military. And this very thing, that is the judicial sitting, this took place at that's the northern part of the Kivu province, yeah, right close to where the battlefield was, or the battlefield is. So now these guys, they have to face death penalty as a result of running away from their duty. But a lot needs to happen. We are only hoping and praying that, as their lawyer have indicated, that he will appeal the sentence, the court will hear them. I don't know whether he will go to the civil court or he will still go back to the military. But sadly, these 25 guys, soldiers, promising soldiers, they have to meet their untimely death as a result of the court martial that sentenced them to death. Not life imprisonment, but to death. But we heard somewhere in 2003, they repealed the law about this hanging or killing here and there. So let's see how this whole thing. But sadly, once you decide to join the military, be ready to die if the time comes. You don't have to run away from it. But if you want to do something like that, do it before the day comes for the battlefield. Yes. But once you have been assigned to be at the battlefield and you decide to run away, you are putting your people, your colleagues, and your country at the mercy of those opponents or the traitors. Yes. And this is about it. They were fighting, or these guys were supposed to fight the well-equipped, Tutsi-led M23 rebels. Yes, these M23 rebels, they've been in DRC for so long. Yes, they've been there fighting, well-equipped, fighting, be supported by other countries around and around that territory. Yes, other countries around that territory, they've been supported by those countries, but you don't have the hands on them, so you cannot mention any country. Yes, they have other people that are supporting them, and they are well equipped. So these soldiers of Congo, DR Congo, they sadly ran away from this guy because they felt that these guys are battle hardened, they are strong, they will not be able to fight them. But the ideal thing for them to do is to get back to their people, call for reinforcement for them to equally be empowered to be able to fight them. But sadly, they were not able to do that. They fled or they ran away, and now they've been sentenced for fleeing the enemy, which is sad. Not for anything, not for killing, not for any other thing, but you ran away from your enemy, which is done in a civilian setting. But in the military setting, once you do that, you'll be treated and sentenced as a traitor. Yes, because no one knows. Maybe you've taken some money from some people That's why they decided to betray your people. So they've been sentenced to death in that country. That's 25 of them. But the remaining 5 of them, they'll be given all manner of punishment and imprisonment sentences. But for the 25, sadly, we have lost them. They are going. That is sad for the country, DRC. But when you mention DRC, a lot of conflict, a lot of bloodshed is taking place in that country. We can only wish them the best and pray that one day there will be peace in DRC. Please, for more about stories and issues like this, kindly subscribe to this channel, One Forum News, for the best when it comes to security and crime and anything and everything about politics of Africa and historical antecedents. We'll be here to analyze and break everything down to your understanding. Your comment and your likes will be highly appreciated. Thank you so much.